He's a phenomenal control player.
New badge pog.
Test. Hello. Hi! I am welcoming you to the Canny stream. Today, filler arc of a Pioneer Prelim. But with a cool deck. We have Giganta as our companion, that's really cool. Then it's the Insidious Roots combo deck, let's say. Seems like we are indeed up against vampires. Opponent probably reading my Tivar. Drew a land, but we milled over a Forsaken Miner, so that's useful. It's relevant for my priest later on, although of course if my opponent just plays a Bloodtide Harvester, that is trouble because then they have a removal spell at the ready for my priest and I can draw another land which my high synergy deck will struggle with. So having the Tyvar discarded and discarded is a little bit bad, and I'm drawing 2 lands because all I'm left with is 2 suppliers. We need to draw something good, chat. Now, had they not fought me, we actually would have been in an awesome spot. Holy fuck, they're attacking. Even without forties, we lose to Story and Reaper though, they have it. How come I have the priest active, so I start activating priest and they sacrifice Vayne Reaper in no time, I take some damage, but... Let's play Swarm because we have a Forsaken Miner to return. They suck Blood Tithe. Then I activate again, brother. They have to suck Black Tithe to kill the priest. So it would work out just fine. They do play 4 drops. And Preacher of the Schism.
He's a phenomenal
No
control player.
schisming on my watch. Kurwa, no jakbym dobrał w dropstepie coś innego niż pierdolonego ląda, to byśmy mogli grać, nie? Ale nie możemy. Modern Horizons 3 releases tomorrow at 7 p.m. EU time. Maze Mind Tome. Cool body. Awesome, awesome card, really. Really impressed by this one.
He's a phenomenal control player.
17 monthos.
Daj tu furek, zagrać giganta. We'll see, maybe I'll make it so that I stream that challenge actually. Right after MH3. With Naduol or Eldrazi's. Fetal push. Am I being aggressive here? What are my draws otherwise? I could draw Ixol Cauldron. Roots with the Deathrite Shaman a little bit. I think I should be aggressive. If I want to win. Maybe they'll block this, that's gonna be pre-solved. Maybe they'll double block the Giganta. Oh kurde, charm block. Well, I'm glad I attacked. Any reason to play my land? I don't think there is one. Lively Dirges are mailed. I guess Liliana is occasionally played. Probably better to keep the land in hand for Liliana. To save my push. Would like to possibly trigger a revolt with it. Oh, although villain is possibly gaining 4 more life with Maze Mind Tome. Draw 4, gain 4. Holy shit, for a mere 8 mana. Or a broken card, and people play Bankbuster over that? That's just wrong. So my good draws are Roots. I think Roots is a good draw. Roots, Cauldron, Tivar. Yeah. Takenuma gets Tivar. So if I draw another land, there is a reason to play my land for Takenuma Tivar options. If I want to make a land drop in the same turn, I guess like so. Saving 2 lands in a hand wouldn't have been good for that reason. Also, Denial, Kayori 58, Grimn, thank you very much for your resubscriptions, I appreciate those. Kurwa, no dobierz sobie kartę z tego, nie? Toma, co ty tam myślisz? Point is stack mid-paying cards for their tome draw. I don't know if they will beat that MTGO villain. Has lost connection to the game. I guess that explains the situation a bit more. In the meantime, MH3 5k RCQ won by Hacking Mill. First MH3 event held in paper. No new cards, not a single thought given to new cards mill. Nice deck. Oh, we're back. Congrats to the winner. Well, everyone is putting the MH3 cards into their deck so that this guy could have just flipped them over. Second place, Timur Prowess. Granted, you know, getting hold of new cards on the release weekend, pre-release weekend even, is kind of impossible, so I don't fold them, although this Timur Prowess deck is playing a Ketria Triumph. Oh wow. Doesn't it play the blue land from MH3? Mail? Blue land? No. I don't know what are we talking about actually even. What's a blue land from MH3? Alright, firing off that push before the duress resolves. Maybe my opponent will just die to Giganta beats. I do take 9. Then they gain 4 and then they go to 5. Bitter Triumph, discarding Sulphurous Springs. Okay. Okay, Priest is not a bad draw. Oh, well, Mill could play Cephalic Coliseum, but the player in question did not play Cephalic Coliseum. To put it this way. Well, they'll gain a shit ton of life. Plus again sacrifice Mutavault, then I can copy Shouldered. So probably I'll gain life instead. Rather than dealing damage to them at this point. With my DRS. Insidious Roots. Now, that goes somewhere. So we play Roots. Probably should have played a green pathway last turn. Oh well. I exile Giganta. To gain 2 life and make plants. Then I probably want to keep the Shaman. So you sacrifice. I sacrifice the Miner. And the plant. I commit a crime. I return the Miner. I trigger life Insidious Roots. Make a plant. Draw a card. And you sacrifice a thing. Alright, so I sack either Shouldered or Reflection now. That's nice. Didn't want to activate Mutavaluta. And let's draw a Cauldron. That'll be awesome. Or Tivar. Or Overground fucking Tomb. Yeah. Why not? Overgrown tombing over there. But we're building towards something. Probably will charm block to save my life points. No, just insta blood tokens, so they probably have just 2 lands in hand too. When does Modern get real modo again? Tomorrow? It's tomorrow evening. So Wednesday really. Yeah, I'll block because I think the life points are valuable. If they push my priest, I'll cry. I am crying. Oh, second miner now. That is useless. At least I don't know. At least the hive. I guess it's what not gonna exile a creature. Donny Cowboy packed out by the lake. So at least I can't exile my priests. I have two anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll take it. I appreciate the hive not attacking. I'll just build a few plants. Seems good if I draw a cauldron too. Supplier. I don't think supplier can hit like anything too crazy, unfortunately. Sliverhead. So the miners have to attack. Rather, they can't block, so they will attack. And I think I want to counter on a plant. Scavenge. That makes even more plants. This is gonna be a 3-4 plant. And we can block Shoulder now. Deathrise Shaman life gain outpaces the life loss from Jolred, and by outpaces I mean paces. I can still keep attacking on the miners. Aye, more miners. That's not very good. Maybe I can attack with a 4 or 5 plant. Probably. Okay. I can use Shaman to... So I mean, I guess of course if they draw a Vein Reaper I'll die pretty badly. So I should be trying to kill them. Fail pushing the Deathright Shaman. Since I drew Fatal Push, I will gain life. Need the life. It's gonna trigger roots, but there's no crime, which means that's all it's gonna do. Exile their creature. Yeah, that would have been better. That's what I should have done. Then I get both triggers. Whoops. Slitherhead is a just step for sure. 1, 2. So you can have 3 blockers. Holy shit, now we're getting combat now. How do we attack? And keep 3 blockers back to live. Having an extra miner would have maybe made a difference, so pretty big mistake. Activate, block, take 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They get 2 good blocks. Activate, block, take 5. My attacks are not particularly great. Take with a 3-4. Eat this. Eat this, take 7. Attack with a 2-3. Block this. Block this. Block this. Take 7. Second Mutavolt is pretty easy for them to expand. I'll attack with those. Because the Forsaken Miner being in my graveyard actually does a little bit too. Does something. But yeah, I can't really have them draw a Vein Reaper ever. They likely will find one at some point. The villain's at 14. How am I ever supposed to? Well, that kills me because Mutavolt shoots me. For free, I take a draw step, I am dead. Cool. I say cool, but I actually don't think it is particularly cool. Slitherhead was my draw step too, so a card about to absolutely dominate. I think if we like top decked another engine card ever, would have done an okay job, but that's the risk of playing a deck like this. You might just not do that. Lively Dirge is a pretty decent top deck too. I guess I milled them both earlier. And we're up against Vampiros, which will potentially have ley lines. I don't actually want to draw fail push all that much. I think I'll just have 2. Maybe Tremay Dirge, it's weak to versus Graveyard Hate. This is a pretty valuable card though. Yeah. Well, yeah, let's cut one. We're gonna have 1-2 top deck. Oh, Twitch Chatos. What a battle that was. I've seen a list of this deck playing Rubble Belt Maverick too, which is a low quality card, but it does offer you the ability to surveil too, which
He's a phenomenal control
might
player.
be quite desirable. I keep 7. And I lead on the mortuary. Pod rules, thank you very much for the sub, I appreciate your support. Two dogs and 2 mavericks. The limited dogs. Makes sense. I'll play the priest, like some argument for not playing into a push, but with Tivar I think I will. One Surreal Menace. Yeah, the dog, yeah. Unlicensed Hares. RIP. Keep my might in my graveyard. Priest is gone and it is really sad, but that's the life we live in. Sorin. Into Vein Repair. Well, we have a perfect answer. Because of the Mutavault, I will Tivar on top now. It's Leatherhead actually based? Not really, I think. It was hardly based, but it did get rid of this Sorin real good. Gatha's Soul Cauldron. Smells something good. Scavenge Zero works on Nadu though. Holy shit. I only mill 2 lands and they pick your poison and we got a Haywire Might. Fair. Can gain all activated abilities of Vein Reaper. Unfortunately, they'll be able to just kill my Tivar by activating Muta Valutas. Also, Bamzing, yes, I did start with Return to Ravnica. Yeah, activate ward? Question mark. You know what this deck maybe needs? It needs like Daily Disputes to actually draw into the combo pieces and have good top decks. Yeah. Did my intro deck have Slitherhead? It did not. No, we bought Izzet versus Golari and I played Golari. Izzet. My friend played Golari. It's an odd choice to like do it instead of just attacking maybe? Yeah, this deck just needs Daily Dispute. That's what it needs. Under Tivar. I mean, I don't have anything. But I can find something. Miner Shaman Might. Nice. So I can get Shaman. Now, I can commit a crime by exiling their Muta Vault. Return Miner. And if I put a counter on that miner, it's gonna be able to use the abilities. So my Tivar will die. That's tough luck. Oh, that's awkward because I have to do it at sorcery speed. Because the crime triggers first and then I add the mana. I guess. Why now? Well, I just started clicking it. Once I started, I had to keep on clicking. But if you commit a crime with Deathrite Shaman's ability, then you like first commit a crime, so you have to pay to return it, and then you get the mana. That was my only crime source. Because the Cauldron was going to exile my own Shaman. Yeah, I could have this on top to chump block the tip, but I like as I said, once I clicked, I already had to do it. So I thought I'll get the mana to pay first, but I don't. But I guess it is a bit awkward that like now I have put the counter here and I could like have a counter on this. I get it, I get all of that. It's awkward, but it's fine. We will manage. Post-combat, classic post-combat, Sorin plus AD counter. Insidious Roots, alright, we are kind of going off, not really, I have one creature in my graveyard, so... Holy shit, Slitherhead is a plant. Well, point just scoped because it was too much for them, but... All I would do is I would use the Cauldron, exile Might, put a counter on probably one of the miners. Kill Sorin. Exile a land. Grab Giganta. But yeah, absolutely this deck just needs Daily Dispute. What are the worst cards? Well, it's Slitherhead. But Slitherhead is good to sacrifice. Let's get Satyr Wayfinder, one Lively Dirge, and one Slitherhead. This way the deck is perfect. We have 6 minutes to finish the match. Probably the last match in the Prelim, of course. Maybe some of the Surreal Darks over Slither, yeah, I guess that could be a better choice. Ruble Belt Mavericks. I put myself on the slow player list. The definition of the slow player list does not allow me to put myself on it. Even in a spot like this. You have a license for that hairs, brother. Albo said you hairs, EOT. I mean, hairs is kind of funny against my deck. Once I have roots, then it doesn't actually function all that well as a hate card. So that's pretty funny. Path of Peril. I want to keep my shaman in my graveyard, so enjoy your extra mana. Actually, I could have end of turn. You know, that's probably a mistake. A tiny bit. For a swamp, good choices. Ay. Cast Reaper, let's go. Okay. I see that my opponent is on with an excellent draw, but here I'm kind of similar. Aye, don't have a mana. Aye. If I had a mana, I could commit a crime. Just like not let them hit my guy. See these roots, kind of late for that. In a way. Well, late, I mean. Hopefully they'll just die to Giganta. Pi Omega Lul near. It is in fact the format we're playing. Extinction event, okay. Extremely efficient Giganta answer. Random sideboard cards incoming. Gravity's Cage certainly is a choice that one could make. What's with the amount of Dracula decks today? Well, we are playing much one, so arguably not much. Opponent is triggering my roots for me. Lively Dirge. Alright, that's a good one. Holy shit, that's awesome. I'm gonna get Trees of Forgotten Gods. Oh, it just gets one creature. I thought I can search my deck for 2 creatures for some reason. Well, that's much less awesome than I thought. Oh well. Still pretty good, still a good top deck, but I guess that makes me lower on Lively Dirge. Thoughts on Papango streaming and not safe for work. OTC cockatrice. No thoughts. I mean, I guess I actually do not have like particular thoughts on Mango streaming cockatrice. I think even if they have a push, they can't stop me. I guess they can push a plant. Why don't they try to play around push? Because I forgot I can do that. But I thought even with push they don't kill me. Also didn't think for too long given that I have 1 minute 40 seconds on my clockeroni. No 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 8 life. No, there is no creature on the battlefield. Oh, whatever. Your move. Two bolts and high. I see, bro. I do see those lands in play, in fact. I'm perfectly aware of them. Which I guess you don't activate the Valley land drop even, so it's arguable if I should play around that. Also, I can't definitely because I can't put a counter on my priest. Is the card Owen combo banned in Pioneer? It's decidedly not banned. Quite the opposite, it's legal. Kurwa, no nie, no ja pierdolę i co teraz? Przegrałem chyba. I think we did. I mean, let's... I have 19 seconds. Okay, you win. So... We had lethal last turn if I actually fought a little bit harder and we tapped the plant tokens which have the death rate ability from Agatha's Soul Cauldron, exiling 2 of my opponent's spells, and then priest would deal the last damage and then they would fall down to 0. Unfortunately, I was playing too quickly and just clicked the attack button. Lively Dirge was thoroughly unimpressive. Let's actually cut it. We're gonna play no Slitherheads either. We're gonna play 1 less basic swamp. And we're gonna play Rubble Belt Mavericks times 3. Raiders is an interesting option too. What seems kind of sketchy maybe is Fatal Push too, because you need your like huge cost to join a failed pushing deck like this. But this should help search some crucial pieces up while having the similar functionality. Alright, here solved. Now the build is optimal, dare I say. Bound to play the rest of the prelim. To play through the rest of the prelim with a build that does not contain those improvements, but alas. This hand is a one-lander, so I'm going to die because I can't play my spells, so I will decide against keeping it. This hand is a two-lander. It seems pretty solid. Probably I'll put back Slither ahead. And I will lead on Deathrite Shaman. I wanted to use the time between rounds to inspect the Nadu lists that top 8 at the first ever RCQ played with Modern Horizons free cards ever over in the America land. But there was no time between rounds, so I guess I will not get to do that. I'll set up roots and attack for 1. Blooming Marsh, no Giganta pass. Is that perhaps the mirror match? Okay, I was about to ask if that's maybe Greasefang. Turns out it is not. Let's play Tivar. And probably plus. Another roots. Wow. When once my opponent pops off, they're really gonna pop off. They're gonna pop off hard. Lively Dirge. Let's start by minusing my Tivar and hopefully hitting something. No i kurwa nic, no nie trafiłem, ja pierdolę, jaki chujowy jest ten deck momentami. No, that was terrible. Two another decks in top 8. Yeah, I've seen that. I just wanted to look at them. 5 mana Cringe Dirge. Get priest, right? Definitely would have loved a daily dispute over that. Holy shit, that's nice. And we can like use it? I don't return the Forsaken Miner immediately, but I can use it. Maybe I shouldn't. Tivar. Opponent is gonna hit priest first activation for sure. No, they also didn't hit anything. Holy shit. I guess Deadly Dispute is not a creature card, but does dig you deeper, so you have more creatures present in your draw. So you're actually fine. Dark Boar Pathway. Okay, I think the only attack I'll perform this turn is the attack with the Forsaken Miner. On Tivar. It's kinda funny how we meet in the 0-1 bracket with my opponent, but let's add green. Retain Miner, make it plant. Duro, Forest, nice. Plus Tyvar, do it again. Duro, Underground Mortuary. Yeah. That's what I figured. Mill def right. Holy shit, Giganta insta tapped for mana, that's crazy. I play Tivar. They have Scrapkeep, Scrounger, and Duskward Recruiter. Well, that's a card advantageous card. Scrounger makes some sense too. So they have 2 mana. Black, black. Priest. Sack the plants. I sack the miner. Feared Artisan. That's it, pass. So maybe I'll exile my own shaman now. No, I probably better to exile instant sorcery from villain's graveyard. No, they don't have an instant or sorcery. Alright, I'll exile their lands. To commit crime. Hello, Shamanister. Hello, Mr. Portable Poghead. I have so much mana and like nothing to spend it on. Kurwa, no lądzik nie jest zajebisty draw, naprawdę świetny. Nigdy się tak nie podjarałem jak teraz, jak dobrałem tego pierdzielonego ląda kolejnego. Miner? I barely knew her. Slitherhead. Untap Tivar. Priest. Cast Slitherhead. Activate Priest. Sack. Return Miner. You sacrifice. Actual Blooming Marsh. Się dupie, nie? Ziomeczku. Copies would be nice. Sure. Can make a lot of plantos. So I either force a Chamlog or kill Tivar. I think Tivar is probably better for my opponent than Fiend Artisan because haste could actually mean that they cobble something together, something meaningful. So I'll attack the Jubilant Blower. I'll attack face, attack with the Shaman. Okay, that was actually the best. Whoops. Navigating creature combat moment. That would be better. Would leave my opponent with 5 life points and no Fiend Artisan. But I wouldn't get to trigger a Deathrite Shaman end of turn to create plants, so you know, that goes a long way too. No masz Scrap Keepera. Holy shit, Scrap Heap Scrounger triggers things twice. It's awesome. You just need a lot of creatures. Do I have a plan against Vamps with this deck? Well, don't I? I have 3 Pick or Poison on my sideboard. Solves the matchup. Maybe I should have exiled this Scrounger. Probably not. Would rather get a trigger myself. Let's try land. Thanks. Oh, that's not really land though. Come on. Okay, I think we're gonna win now. Miner, I barely knew her. Swamp? That's awesome. Discard Takenuma. Eternity Var. MH3 is live tomorrow evening. I don't know why they like wait this long, really. But it feels like years have already passed since they promised us MH3. And it just is never actually happening. Ale nastrałem plantów. Now on to killing them with the Deathrite Shan, but seems like they scooped first. So a mirror match. Haywire Might seems valuable. And that's kind of it. Is Fatal Push actually decent? A little bit. Probably pick your Poison too. Ooze? I don't think so. I think Lively Dirge is more like Lively Cringe. I mean, do I have removal for roots, then I can ooze, I guess. Yeah, maybe it's good. And it's like an ability that I can mill over with Cauldron. I got one push. And I'll cut the Slitherheads for being giga weak. If Tournament Centre run one of their destination RCQ things in London, do you think you will go, Canister? Not this season, I won an RCQ a week ago, so I no longer need to. Had I been actively pursuing a qualification, perhaps. Left right shaman old border, that just looks wrong. I guess shaman on shaman is pretty awkward. Oh, Blooming Marsh, okay. Soul Cauldron, Well, I'll probably play out my suppliers. Milled over a miner, which I can remove. Milled over a haywire mite. Opponent sacrifices an artifact. Your move. It is unfortunate that pick your poison is not a crime. Unfortunately printed in... Holy shit, Podsies. Printed in... Murders at Carlo Malor instead of Outlaws at Thunder Junction. So it's unplayable in this spot. They exiled my pathway and they are playing a T-Var. Mill 3 cards, then return nothing. Oh no, they have a supplier. I'll just not attack. Stitcher supplier. But yeah, Deadly Dispute was always the best card in Ragdos Sack. Really. At least what I felt like. Excited to have access to it in this deck. Fiend Artisan. Vidar design on the other hand looks utterly, absolutely giga trash max. Oi, oi. Now on to figuring out what is gonna my turn look like. Any attacks? Minor attack, Tivar. Kind of, not really able to do much. Simple block. Holy guacamole. Shaman is gonna exile what? Their own supplier? Might pick your poison. I accept. I guess I'll exile my... Oh, I have a scavenging goose here. I'll exile my Deathrite Shaman. To make plants. To nullify the Deathrite Shaman's effect. We have a Boseju ready to interact with roots. Here comes roots. So I'll do it immediately so they don't have an option to make more plants. And by more plants I mean any plants really. Oh wow, the anti-Boseju underground mortuary technology. Solid. Does seem like Agatha's Soul Cauldron is quite unreliable. In this matchup with Deathrite Shamans on both sides of the battlefield, opponent will just have a Deathrite Shaman every time. So the one way to trump that is to have plenty of roots in play to trigger your shit many times. What a headache. Might. Eight. When did that happen? 9-9. Oh, it's gonna be back to an 8-8 soon. Ooze. Holy moly. Well, that's probably one of the better DOS. Kind of trumps the ooze. Good block. Eleven life points for my opponent. Is it at all possible that this deck wants to play some Pillage the Bog? I don't think so. What I do think we want to play is Deadly Dispute, which I already added to my build. But we have to play the Prelim without it because I entered without it. I don't know, Deadly Dispute would just help tie everything together and help draw all the stuff we need. As well as putting some extra creatures into play. Into graveyard rather. Where they subsequently can do stuff. Because like in spots like this you draw like a Forsaken Miner and the card doesn't do shit. That's a bit troublesome. It's, you know, kind of a blank draw step. I mean, they have a priest, but like, what does it do? Also, somehow they aren't revealed Forsaken Miner ever for the entire match. Maybe they don't even play it. Could be. I should sacrifice the supplier. Oh no, my Hammond. Still, I think they die. The Fotsy's a little bit of an odd choice, I think. Would this deck want to support Ormendal and a colorless Eldrazi package? Well, that depends really on what that colorless Eldrazi package is. Because I don't know what that means necessarily. Colorless Eldrazi package. It for sure does not support Ormendal. It's kind of too weak. Colorless Eldrazi package these nuts. God, I wish. Alright, let's look at the two Nadu decks. Gruul Valakut, any new cards? Cartographer's Survey, new card. Is it prowess? Mono black Griefster. Voidwalker Grief, Bowmaster, Shouldered. 4 Shouldered in Modern. 3 Winter Moon. 13 Swamp. Holy guacamole. So I guess all the lands are 3 Fire Accent Towers and then 13 Swamps and 1 Takenuma, 1 Castle. Huh. Okay, well that's a way to break symmetry on Winter Moon. Really good against those greedy mana bases. God, I hate the rings in these resource denial decks. How come? This list is playing 3 Fire Accent Towers, so you can either evoke Grief, sack it, play ring on 3, or you can play Bowmasters on 2, play ring on 3, in a way that makes sense. So I think that, you know, having a soul land making the 1 ring frequently 3 mana virtually is a pretty big difference in that department. Although I agree that the rings were typically too expensive to reliably cast in the scam decks and didn't mesh too well with Grief. But now with the tower, I think you can do that. 3 towers with Doffy. What's the problem? Voidwalker makes black. Tower makes black. Voidwalker gets cast. Easy. 3 Toxic Deluge. Nice. 1 Emrakul, the Eon Storm. Yet still the mill person won. That's crazy. Let's put the Nadu lists on the screen while I go to the bathroom. No time to ever look at another list. We have to keep on playing. Let's go. We have all the crucial pieces, but just one land. No i co mam kurwa zrobić, no nie wiem. Kiwnąć to mam gówno? Probably not. After all, we have merely 21 lands in the deck. What I cut for Daily Dispute, I had Lively Dirge, which didn't impress me yet. I cut a land. And a push was moved to the sideboard, I guess. Alright, I'll keep because the payoff is just extremely high, I think. Like this being a land, and this is a perfect hand. Mill land, dirge. Holy guacamole, should have played a Slitherhead. Let's go. We milled Priest, which is useful with my Soul Cauldron. So once we get the second land, we really pop off. Ketria into Rootbound Crag is pretty wild. I don't know what that is exactly. I wonder if Slitherhead was a Rebel Belt, if he would have put Pathway on green to get the Survel too. I probably would, yeah. How's this deck's mono green leyline matchup? That's a good question. Probably not great. Ooh, Beanstalk. That's just Quintorius. Would it be worth to fit a skeleton and the dog in this deck for the combo? Perhaps, but I don't understand that combo, so that's a huge argument against including it. So I think it's called Draw Spit Skeleton or something like that. Or something wrote Moss Pit. So if one or more counters are put on a creature you control, if Moss Pit Skeleton is in your graveyard, you may put Moss Pit Skeleton on top of your library. So it just goes shoop, shoop. I see. So you have the Survival Dog, this, and Roots, and it's just infinite plants. It also has an alchemy version. Return Moss Pit Skeleton from your graveyard to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Wow, why did they nerf it? Why do I feel like they have to nerf it? Nerf the combo. Will Villain deploy a Quintorius and kill me? Seems like they're tapping 5 mana, so they're gonna play Quintorius Quant. Discover 4. Spark double. Okay. Now, if I activate my Stitches supply really quickly, then it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. Spinewood's Armadillo. This card is sick. an OTJ limited. A 7/7 reach ward free. Dominates many boards. Now that's a Giruda build too. Minus 15k. I see many confused about that. It's not actually minus 15k. I have a bot connected to the skip song function so that it skips from my account. Like it makes it so that my account types a message skip song every time that happens. Which then prompts MTG bot to skip the song. So actually it's two bots working together in unison. Let's cut Lively Dirt for being cringe. Let's add Fotsies for having minimal impact on the game. And let's cut Fatal Push for... Oh kurwa. I guess I have to keep more cards in my deck. I don't have more cards. Haywire Might can hit Leyline Binding, which I didn't even... I don't think they even play. They play the Giruda version, so they probably don't. Let's just play the Dirge then. It's like the most on-plan tool. Jeśli mam, kiedy skończy się ten stan, bo wiedzie biały węgorz, a nie w Alpy. Nic nie psiknę. Quintorius seems like not the best matchup. O kurwa, ale łapsko. With this hand, Quintorius is definitely not a good matchup. This hand is a one-lander again. Can we get a better one on 5, or is curving nothing into... Nothing, I guess. Now this hand has a plan. It's pretty hard to keep two Fotsies though. I feel like I can only keep one to like assemble something. I have a feeling this deck cannot beat Lotus or Quintorius. It does have an infinite combo, which is not that hard to assemble, but it's also not that easy to assemble. But you can definitely beat them if you assemble it. We milled freelance for what it's worth, so... The Essential Sky, Stitch as Suppler, Experience, ETB, do nothing, play 1/1. Already be on Mulligan to 5 because your card quality is shit. Why is it always like that, chat, right? You might wonder, but then you realize, well, it's just how life is. Stormcloud Vanguard, co to jest za gówno? Jakiś niedźwiedź? And they have two monsters, so it's not like I can do anything. Did they not reveal Karuga game 1 to trick me? Is Quinn like a real deck in Pioneer or still weird? It's a bit weird. My points build is like not the stock Leyline Binding build either. It's a little bit of a different twist on that. But it's not bad. It's like a decent deck for sure. Trumpeting Carnosaur, Kiruda, Doom of Depths, Kiruda, Doom of Depths, kurwa, no nie wiem, discarding those cards doesn't do anything. Casting a Thoughtseize on a Multu 5 on the play, playing 2 Insidious Roots, which is also not the best. So like the issue is that I have no good top deck now. With Deadly Dispute, I would have at least a good top deck to find. Rather like something that would be capable of being a good top deck. Deadly Dispute into 2 spells. Tyvar is kind of a good top deck, but it's like Tyvar hit Priest. Otherwise, it's just kind of blank too. I guess it's not too bad. I have Giganta too, which I forgot about, but we can remedy the mistake. I guess I would have been able to cast Giganta this turn if I played my Boseiju and grabbed it. Come on, block, you fool. Blocking seems so bad here. Like literally the only way to lose is to block. Guess I'll play Giganta anyways. Okay. I guess maybe blocking wasn't so bad for them because I could have played Tyvar minus, hit the priest, and then I actually get a priest activation on their Keruga. Not that anything matters ever. The priest activation draws me a Thoughtseize, and I Thoughtseize away Tramedy Carnosaur, and they play Geruda, which misses. I then untap and I perform some actions, and they fail to draw anything, and I win. Yeah, that's how the game could go. This deck seems really hard. This black-green root deck seems really hard, but also like in a way that more so punishes you constantly rather than rewarding you. If you catch my drift, some hard decks are hard and they reward you. And then they are worth playing, right? And then some decks are hard and they just, you like misstep and you're like, oh yeah, this tiny edge, and like everything is terrible now. Whew, not an easy one to play. I guess like in the vampire match where we actually got pretty punished for pretty minor, seems like misstep. Let's finally look at the deck list though. Band combo by Sean Winnie. Sean, Delighted Halfling, Calling Oracle, Ice Fan Coatl, The Halfling Oracle Coatl combo is not really a combo. But Wall of Roots, Endurance, Outrider Encore, Safekeeper, Oracle, Shuko, Saga, skipping Stoneforge, so this is just blue-green and you only have Outrider Encore as a white card. That's pretty nice. So you're kind of not really free color, I guess. No, that's Saga plus Calling Oracle plus Icewind Coatl. No, 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 no Saga, no. Come on, no Saga in this deck, please. You'd be better off just playing 4 Shuko than Sagas. Saga is the best card in the deck. Bro, it's not even a land. Or Wall of Blossoms and Calling Oracle. Yeah, the Calling Oracle is for Flare of Daniel. Maybe don't play Cringe Oracle. Well, I think the Oracle makes more sense in a deck like this than Saga. But sure, pick your lane, play either a colorless land or cards with no colorless. Like, come on, this is just like fetch Shuko Saga. It's not like it makes 1/1 constructs. We've been doing this for so long. We've been over decks like this. They always suck. The Saga and them always sucks. But I like the look of the list outside of the Saga. Other one is a Saga Springly Drum Shuko. Oh. Memnite. Yeah, Stoneforge. Stoneforge is kinda stinky too, but like, it's fine. Bro, a 1/1 construct can proc 2 Nadu activations, am I wrong? Holy shit. That changes my evaluation of Saga from unplayable to great. That said, being able to support free counter magic and in this deck seems like a big deal, and Flare of Daniel is like supported here. Like Icewind Coatl is not great, but it's something. I guess they really didn't want the planes because, well, they don't barely have white cards, but like, if you want to support Stoneforge, then probably you would want planes. Planes is bad with Coatl Oracle. It's a bit awkward. It costs a lot of card slots to be able to play that Flare. Worth? Don't know. Sure, but like it's supported in a way where it makes sense in your deck, where you add creatures to your deck where that's what Nadu needs. Well, the bird gets discarded counter, like you try to get it again, like I don't know. What else, right? You're gonna find a chord or something. The other list even had Summoner's Pact, which is kind of extreme, and it's like playing Mem Knights and Ornithopters and 3 Dryad Arbors. Oh wow. Can they actually draw all the cards for Thassa's Oracle? Yeah, it's very doable. Especially if Spring Hard Nantuko gets involved. Saga is the best card in the deck. Holy shit. Like, saying that Saga is the best card in this deck is just treating card value as a static tier list that never doesn't like have any contextual variation, and it's just always true. And yeah, well, Saga is best, so I play Saga. Yeah, it's Urza Saga generally like more powerful and more expensive and more desirable than calling Oracle, sure buddy. Is it possible to turn to kill if you play Nadu? Well, in the Mem Knight list, then for sure, right? You get to play Nadu, and turn 2 you play Mem Knights. I guess no, because you don't have a Shukon play. It seems impossible then. Maybe in some like weird scenarios, but definitely not realistic. Ghostly Donut on Modern. Love the Modern deck. 4 Through the Breach, 3 Emrakul, the Eon Storm. They should just errata hierarchies into O2s just for Nadu. True. Disciple of Freya, Sprang Hard, Nantuko, Amulet Titanos. Nadu Hammer sounds nice. Do you have a list in mind? Because after spending 3 seconds thinking about it, I deemed it impossible to come together in my head. 29 lands in Amulet Titan. That's because it counts sagas as enchantments. It's just a normal list. 2 Nantukos. Do you think Springhard Nantuko gets better or worse post-board in Amulet? I think it gets worse. Like, pretty terrible post-board card, in fact, right? You can put Nantuko on Grazer, Dryad, or Titan, and if you have an Amulet in play and Simigrove Chamber or any other bounce land, it just goes infinite with all of them. Yeah, like, it's not really... You make some insects against interaction, but it's not really good. It is by its nature your second Force of Vigor target in Force of Vigor games. Yeah, it seems pretty bad post-board. How many forests? 2 forests? One shifting woodland in the sideboard. I've seen some discussions of playing Urza's Cave plus Bojuka Bog in the sideboard, and then you have kind of like 2 Bojuka Bogs, and half the time it's instant speed. Which is kind of nice. That sounds pretty solid, better than playing relics for the most part. Which is what I've been doing before MH3 and probably will switch to an Urza's Cave. In the games get dirty passport, you can also slowly poop bounces into play. I mean, it sacrifices itself, right? It can turn into a bounce slot, sure. Never like extra resources or anything. But it looks cool. Disciple is probably worth playing, although I'm not sure how often you like pact for a land. I feel like that will actually almost never happen. Like there are some spots like that and they're frustrating. Deck 61 cards. Alright, we're not listening to this person. Sideboard card. I mean, you like, if you believe you want to pact for your land to increase the consistency of your draws, then probably fetch the main deck. But it's a pretty bad land. It's like a non-forest forest. Free life is a lot. So it's not actually clear to me that it's better than a third forest would be, or a crumbling vestige, or just anything. Even if I understand the value of being able to pact for a land, 14 wins, 8 losses. Holy shit, I played 22 rounds. Makes sense. With Merfolk Magus, nothing has a point anymore, so that I just ignored. Don't worry though, this person has a colossal sky turtle. The Magus Merfolk is no problem.
Control player.
Hello.
Hello, pure evil. Another band combo running Cosmic Rebirth, Ladrami's Call in this deck, Cryptic Coach, Shuka, Zurador. For Solitude in the sideboard. Makes sense. play Zuran Orb. Why is that? Your combo gets cucked when you keep revealing those 2 free CMC non-creatures. Says Nanoyade. I mean, there's only one good mana dork, so... They also just play Nantuko, right? So like that uncucks the combo, let's say. Just watch the decklist of melee events, nothing much. Too early to tell the meta. What? I mean, that's what I'm doing, I'm looking at them. Did we discuss the green Etron list yet? Wapsko. Holy shit, chat, decks like this are so bad. Heavy synergy, that's just such a bad way to build your decks. Yeah, Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots is good. Dryad Arbor seems like a must to me. If you lean into Outrider, you can actually have pitch elementals be your two time uses monsters. Can pitch a Solitude, Outrider it twice. Not bad, right? And if you can like just pass the turn with 2 flares up, then I'll just feel perfectly fine. Tevar could get spell pierced. And I have no creatures in my graveyard. Am I gonna play some Nadu tomorrow? I will likely not stream tomorrow, so no, but Wednesday, sure. I'll play Nadu and eat home. Is my thought. Will I play some Nadu today? I will not. How would I? I'm 1-2, that's much for the Prelim. Oops. Well, -1, -2 damage. Spell pierce me, brother. Thanks. I guess I keep this on top. I will not play any more matches today after this prelim, so Deadly Dispute will actually never make it into my list, not today. But the VOD will be on my VOD channel. Can I mail anything that's good? Slitherhead? Maybe some other time I retry this deck with disputes. Was such a supply is actually ever good? Was it even good in the Hogak decks? I think it was pretty good in the Hogak decks, right? It had Hogak, Bloodcast, Vengevine, Gravecrawler to mill over. That's a solid crew. Yeah, the 1/1 Convoked, yeah. Can win this game, I'll just have nothing. Like, I have no good card I can draw. What does it have to mill in this deck? So, like, to gain insta value, you have Slitherhead and Forsaken Miner. So you just have too little stuff, that's why it sucks in this deck. Okay. Makes sense. So it's not the supplier, it's the deck. And now I'll cut Slum Slitherheads to make it even worse, because that's how we roll. Only 27% of starting hands have a scam start. Um, tell that to my opponents. But yeah, I would absolutely play the 1-drop Necrogoyf, Nethergoyf, Necrogoyf, the 1-drop Goyf. 1-drops are in fact good. You would even play Goyf over Ragavan. Wow, that's some like extreme Ragavan hatred, but I would love to play first, keep a shit hand that contains no spells that do anything. No, that's actually pretty good. So let's not lose our spirit yet. This is actually 2 lands, 5 spells. It's, you know, for second miner feels like you mulligan whenever you draw it. Like, it's good to have in your graveyard, but it's never good to draw. That's a bit of a problem with this deck, and Deadly Dispute would be a tiny bit of a way to solve it, because you can sacrifice your miner for the value and without much loss then. Starter to melee land for DRS, yeah. Perfect. We milled a Sliverhead though. How can it feel? I play Roots. Whoa. Negate. Let's save Sliverhead for now. Negate. Now Anger of the Gods me, bro. In a true interactor fashion. Whoop. 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 I Cauldron. Curious. I should pre-combat that then. Well, I wouldn't get an attack with the Satyr anyway, so it's actually the same. Okay. I think I misstopped. Should have a Llanowar Wastes untapped. Species man. Ashok. Okay. No, my Slitherhead. The Slitherhead missing means that I am crucially lacking a counter. Imagine an Ashuk activation if I had roots in play though. I would ... make a plant. Although I just remembered, wow, just sack it to mill 4. Mill self, makes sense. Is that cruise casting? Insidious Roots reminds me of the elation I have felt when I first used it in limited to put a counter on Topire Panther, which turns out to be Plant Cat 6/5 trample for 6. Because it puts a counter on each plant you control and not only token plants. And I was like, wow, holy guacamole. This is just beyond what I dreamed of. And I hadn't been dreaming of much. Spirebluff Canal. I exile Treasure Cruise to gain its activated abilities. Do I think Ragavan will make his way into Pioneer at some point? I don't think so. Do you? If we're talking infinite time, then what, like once they make Micro Pioneer, I guess. Ragavan and Pioneer would mean it'd be standard legal too at some point. Well, not if they say that it's legal. You know, they can just, it's their game, they can do anything, right? They can just say, no, don't worry, it's legal, it's legal, you can play it. All roots gone, but we don't need them. They have a 3 damage sweeper, I will simply die. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate abilities of creatures you control. That's actually pretty good with Ooze. Why are you Fae? Do you think they will keep creating new non-rotating formats every 10 years? I think yes, but also things will be changing too in ways that we can't fathom just now. And maybe in ways that we don't like. Lively Dirge is gonna be pretty decent for the first time in history. Actually, I don't know. Pass. No, no, not sleight of hand. Oh no, not treasure cruise. Oh no, not opt. We won. I guess. Soul Cauldron hates on Phoenix a little bit. Even adds a counter to my monster. Take your poison, I think it's good to kill Drake. Ah, fail pushes for that. I don't know, they'll even board in the Drake, seems not necessarily the greatest. I think it was lethal on board, they had nothing by putting the Death Red ability under Cauldron. Fair. Dawaj Shaderka na drugą. No i chuj, my pushes are useless now. Ah, triple push. Come on. I predict in 10 years, Vintage still exists. Legacy and Modern will fuse in one big format where reserved
He's
list
a
cards are
phenomenal
banned.
control player.
Pioneer will take
How do you
Modern's
like this
place
deck?
and become the most important non-rotating format. Standard is now 4 years worth of set, CDH is now a Pro Tour format. Is that your prediction or a copy pasta? How do I like this deck? It's mostly misery. It's a little bit of a synergistic deck, and those are just kind of bad and frustrating to play when your opponent kills your things and you don't have actually synergies. You just have singular monsters that fail to do anything. Holy shit, here comes the Drake. Cheap monster, please. Nice fiddle push. No roots. Holy guacamole. That's a very fitting song. I've got no roots. Rezon Chag, thank you very much for this request. It has cracked me up. Good job. Ashok. Milde Phoenix, how lucky. Okay, I just try creature now. Oh, sorry, best I can do is roots. Oh! Song no longer relevant. Now it's sad suddenly we have another song that's also kind of fitting. Roots, bloody roots. Bloody roots. Ten power on the Drake. 9 power on the Drake. Ten power on the Drake. Roots. Bloody roots. $11 power on the Drake. 12 power on the Drake. 13 power on the Drake. Axe discard Phoenix is lethal. What would I change about the deck? For Dispute, I would add Deadly Dispute, yes. That's how I would play it the next time. Not sure if Rebel Belt Maverick is not a little bit too shitty and maybe something better is needed. I don't like Supplier, would like 4 Seed of Hope instead. You need creatures. Seed of Hope. Sounds pretty cool too, though. But you need creature cards for roots, you need creature cards and creatures for Agatha's Soul Cauldron and T-Bar. You need creatures for Priest. Seed of Hope. Yeah, maybe. Bro, don't cut Supplier, no. Don't do that. Cut something else, but don't cut Supplier. Cut the Satyrs. Satyr seems better than Seed of Hope, though. Especially as a thing you can sacrifice to Deadly Dispute. No, poświęcaj tego Drake'a. O kurwa, Lively Dirge. Spell Pierce me now. Whoops, almost clicked no. We wanted to click Dawn. Holy shit, popped off. Yes, we made a plant. We are indeed popping off. And now I have ooze for 2 more triggers. Actually, that's pretty good. Actually pretty real. you can see that our opponent's hand is just barely standing still on their shoulders. It's about to explode, I mean. Young Pyromaster, I accept that. Is it in my interest to push it immediately? Let's say this. To save pushes for drakes. The drakes are dead to my priests activation. Kinda. Oho. Violent crime, violent crime. Akish, Akish. Yes, I am planning to sack my own priest for a Giga Priest activation max. I know you can target self with the priest's ability, it's any number of target players. So now I cast priest, well cast. I activate priest. So I will target self and villain. Sack this and the Wayfinder, I think. Mill free. Mill over roots. Sacrifice the priest while they sacrifice the elemental token. Draw an overgrown tomb. Where's my priest? Here it is. Why is it on top of my graveyard? Violent crime, violent crime. Villain is currently considering their options and realizing that there is nothing they can do. We have assembled the almost lethal combination of Insidious Roots and Agasa's Soul Cauldron to just spiral value bury them. Now every single one of my plants is a priest. And I'll spend a black mana to exile a supplier from my graveyard. There's no Force and Miners available in my graveyard. It's not infinite. It would be infinite with a force and miner. Or two? I'm not sure. But it's lethal. Like I can just attack them for 15, right? After they sacrifice their blocker. Holy shit, a second cauldron? That changes not much, honestly. What do you think about the card Deadly Brew? I think I'll need to read this one. Deadly Brew. It returns roots, but feels too wonky. Feels a bit too wonky to actually work. So we deal 17, 23 to their 12th. Got it. I stalled like 3 out of 4 rounds of this prelim, only to get my 2-2 result and a tiny bit of chests, by which I mean 1 chest and minus 100 play points, so I bleeded a little bit of value. But with Rabelbert, Maverick and Deadly Dispute, this deck will just find its footing in every game easily. Every single time, so I am not worried about the future of this deck. In fact, I am looking forward to it. What a prelim. There's not much more to stream. So I'll probably just raid Mango, who's streaming Cockatrice. Does that mean you'll play it again? Do you want me to play it again? Tell me, chat. Yes? In that case, yes, I will try it out in another prelim with Deadly Disputes. I think they will be a substantial improvement. Holy shit, Mango has Orcish Bowmasters and Orc Army available, and he also has Fotsies. Those cards are sweet. While True Hero MTG controls 2 lands and holds an Omnath and a Solitude. Holy shit, this is just like Modern. Regular Modern. Is it legal to play Cockatrice? Sure. What do you think? They are committing a crime on Twitch.tv? Nobody would do that. Ugh. Alright, let's just raid Menguchi. Thank you for sticking through this Pioneer Prelimos. today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, and next stream is gonna happen either on Wednesday with MH cards, or maybe I'll play the challenge tomorrow, the MH free challenge with either Nadu or Eldrazi. Kind of want to play Eldrazi, but also Nadu seems stronger. And like Eldrazi is kind of lame. So we'll see. Eldrazi, yeah, well put, well put. There should be an artifact that just 1 mana, all creatures have Shroud to stop Nadu.